Hello, welcome. And we are going to roll out today. So we've got a pair of tune-up balls or tennis balls, just nothing hard, no lacrosse balls. Those are too hard. So we're going to be working on the glutes. I know, right? It's our favorite part of the body to focus. So your glutes are the muscles that have to work to press the hips forward when the hips are in this kind of alignment. So you'll see this in kneeling on your shins. You'll also see this in a squat when you come to the top of the squat. Yeah, your hips are straight or extended. You're using your glutes. And then you probably see this, the most common is in a reclined position. So I'm straightening through. So anytime you're doing that, that's called hip extension. And the muscle that drives that are the glutes. So we're gonna roll out the glutes and hopefully be able to feel more area and more strength. So let's do this check-in by coming onto kneeling onto your shins and sit onto your heels. And it's almost like doing Ustrasana in a camel pose in yoga. And then from here, push down into the feet. You can do this with your toes tucked also, by the way. I'll show you that one. And you want to push down into the feet, the shins, and start to rise up. Now, take your hands under the lower glutes, where the glutes fold to meet the hamstrings. That's where you should feel the work. Start pressing your hamstrings up into the fold as you press your hips forward. Good, so you're really targeting the work of your glutes. And then we're gonna add a little more challenge by leaning back, holding the glutes. Lift up from the upper hamstrings and press into your fingers. It's okay for you to, touch your own body so that you know where this is, right, in your own body. And sometimes when I cue certain areas, if you don't actually feel it or know where it is, it's hard to know the cue. So this is what I call the lower glute folds. See if you can lean back a little more. Keep the hips in this extension. We do not want to hinge or break the chain. Keep leaning back. One more breath here. Just feel the work of the glutes working to press the hips. Okay, so that was our check-in. We'll do it at the end and see if we have a different range of motion. More range, I should say. So let's start with one of the tune-up balls. Picking it out from the toe. And we're gonna place it right into the middle of the glute maximus. And we're just gonna use weight of our hands to ease into it. And also try to get it closer to your sit bone, your ischial tuberosity, which is the area that you sit on in cross-legged. You should, and that you do sit on when you're in a chair and on a bicycle. So and again, these are yours. They're not for anyone else, so you get to put them wherever you want. Get comfortable with your body, because you're going to be with it for your whole life. We want to get to know it. We want to be friends with it. We want to love our body. That's really important. Okay, so now you're around the sit bone. You're kind of going around it a little bit, sort of finding the pelvic floor also. This is the diamond, the side of the diamond of the pelvic floor. Okay, now I'm going to take this to the middle of the glute. My knee is open into a half butterfly or Baddha Konasana, and then I'm going to start to lean back. This is where the weight starts to get heavy. You can stay on your hands or your elbows. And if you're feeling really good here and your hips are feeling like they can be in full extension, you can come onto your back. Do what serves you. Feel free to put a pillow under your head, whatever you need. And then you're going to start moving your leg. The foot is going to drag, reach forward, slide forward, and then pivot from the hip bone, the hip socket, and drag your heel in by letting the leg be heavy. Again, open, slide the foot forward, pivot from the hip socket, and drag your heel. One more time this direction. And then we'll switch. Now you're going to go forward with the heel, kind of pressing like a brake, and then bending the knee as you slide the foot. Up, forward, pivot and bend. One more time. So we're moving the hip joint and we're creating more awareness of where this is happening in our body, deep in the pelvic bowl. Okay, great. Now, taking the other ball, I'm gonna grab that, and I like to make sure to give these even love. Thank you, I like that. So, that's why I alternate. And we're gonna start with the sitting on the glute. Good, and just start to roll around. Start to kind of discover, explore, uncover areas that are tight, sore, maybe an area that you want to explore and learn more about the structure. It's really important to know that your hamstrings connect to your sitting bones, your ischial tuberosities. So that's another reason why hamstring tightness is so common, because we have to loosen up the sitting bones, the area around them, which means the pelvic floor as well. And that's what's so great about using these to massage, because we're able to release tightness and restriction in these very crucial areas, like the sitting bones. Okay, so we found a nice massage there. I'm going to make sure to put the ball in the middle of the glute. So I'm trying to think middle because that's where the hip socket is, right? Your femur bone goes up into the hip socket and it rotates. But the actual hip socket is up in here in the pelvis. It's inside, it's deep, it's protected. So having the ball sort of on the back side of the hip socket is a great way to find it, to feel it. So again, coming down onto your hands or elbows or your back. And wait, Callie's here. Callie, hi. Hi, Callie. Oh. We just got back from our friends' play date. Okay, so we're gonna go around. Open. Hi. Slide the foot forward. Pivot in the hip socket, and then drag. Open. Slide. Pivot and drag. Open. Slide. Pivot. And drag. One more time. Good, and then we're gonna reverse, go forward, pivot and bend, center. She's feeling so much energy after playing. 2 hours of spin. Your body spin, what's your body spin?
Maybe actually 2.5 hours. She's still.
All right. I know, she's like, oh, another friend. All right, so we got some movement going into our hips. Yes. And now we're just gonna go a little deeper. Let's put the two together. Let's do this. You have tight hamstrings, Kelly? Because this is you're gonna love this. Her little hammies here. So her hamstrings, she definitely has a lot of range. No, these are for me. These are mine. And so we're gonna put this where our hands were. I know. In the gluteal glute folds, the lower glute folds. Okay? So we're gonna put that right on that line. And it can feel pretty intense, just so you know. Something that I do, or I used to do, was a foam roller underneath this area for both sides. So that if this is something you're sensitive with, the foam roller is a nice option. So going into this glute fold, I want to get close to the bone, and I'm already feeling some tension, tightness, some like nerve stuff is kind of coming through there. And there's a difference. I really think it's important to understand what discomfort is telling you, because if you're feeling any kind of pinching, that's definitely more dangerous than if you're feeling heat or burnage. Because when you feel burning and heat, that's actually a good thing. That means that you are building lactic acid, your muscles are metabolizing through the process of being challenged. But if you're feeling pinching, like sharp needles, that's nerves, and that could be dangerous if you're constantly doing that to your body. So that's another reason why the tune-up balls are really great for releasing a lot of the tight bundles of nerves, especially like up here, where we have a lot of bundles and knots. So, and also always listen to your body. Whenever you're taking a class, do what feels good in your body. Okay, I'm gonna start to move down. So I've got the legs straight. And I'm just going straight down from the ischial tuberosity to the back of the knee. Just getting all of that from one direction. I like to start from the top and then move down, because the top is where the insertion, origin. You always want to be as close to the origin of the muscle. That's typically where it's tightest. because it's more restricted in movement. The origin tends to be closer to the spine, more proximal. Because that's how our structure is. We are existing from a structure that starts from within and then it extends out. It's got lots of saliva. Oh, she's hugging my arm. You're so funny. She's trying to dance. Okay, we're going down the leg. Down the leg. See, it's free entertainment too, right? We're getting the Pally show. We're stretching and having a show. It's like the new dinner and show, right? I know. Okay, let's do the other side. She's gonna get that pineapple, I swear.
But she knows.
I know, she knows how much I love pineapples. Did you know pineapples have enzymes that are really good for digestion? And for your skin, you could actually do it like an enzyme peel. See, I knew you liked pineapple. Okay, go. Oh. Bring it back. All right, we're going down the leg. We're going down the leg. I definitely felt my right side more. I have an injury there from high school at doing cross country. And it's just always been there since then, you know. Injuries don't necessarily completely heal 100%. That's why the massage is so good. I know. I'm not throwing it very far. Okay, one more time. I have to focus. Oh, sorry. Okay, we're putting, so we've got them in the crease, and we're gonna go down. And after this, I'm gonna be making another video on bar, which will be all about the glutes. So that's why we're getting ready for this. And feel free to watch the next video after this class. All right. Good, 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 good. So now I just have one more area I want us to do because this area is always so tight in the flexor. We just have to do it. I know, we just have to do it. So we're gonna come onto a prone position. Okay, and I'm putting the balls. So like where my waistband is, if you put your hands in the front of the hips, you'll find your bony points of your hip bones. And the technical term of this is ASIS, but just know it's these pointy spots. So you start from the ASIS, the bony spot, and you're gonna go down. So you're gonna go from right below it, down, okay? We're gonna start on one side. Just like we did on the hamstring, we're gonna plow, going down, letting your weight fall into your legs. You're getting your quad to really release. So we were really getting all sides of the pelvis today. I mean, I could spend more time doing glute medius, IT bands, like you name it. We could be here all day. We could spend at least an hour doing it. But usually that would be more dedicated to a full rolling class. Okay, let's do another plow, another swipe. Slow swipe down the quad. Letting your body be heavy. Okay, let's switch. Other side. New toy. New toy. Okay. So I've got it right below my hip bone, my ASIS. Where are your ASIS, huh? Where are your hip bones? Oh. You're gonna have to take it from me. Going down the leg. If there's any area that's really sore, definitely pause there. Take your time with this. If it's really intense. Okay, one more time. Last one, last one. Going down the leg. Going down, we're going down the leg. Okay. All right. And then I just want to do this real quick. Just the top of the back side of the glutes. So this is my side. The balls are going to be going. The balls are going to go more on the upper. Because we just did the bottom and we did the middle. We didn't do the upper. This is more where the medius is. And you're going to do both of the balls along the perpendicular to the edge of your mat. Yeah. The same line as your waistband. So again, it's not directly on the side of your hip, it's like a little behind, but it's at the top of the glute. And we're definitely going to be using this area a lot today for the bar class too. So this is good. This is really good, actually. This area also connects to the top of the IT band. So if this is tight, your IT band will be tight. So it's all related, it's all connected. Go a little side to side. We're just going up and down, which is called stripping. Going up and down. And then coming up, we're going to turn it. So now it's parallel with the side of your mat. And then lay on top and go side to side. So this would be cross fiber. So we're getting all the different directions. And you can really let yourself sink down into it now, just hang out right there. Just pin. Just let your body weight fall down. And you might notice something interesting, that there might be sensation in another area of your glute or your IT band, because it's your fascia, your web that holds you together. It holds your muscles together. It holds you and contains you, and it can get tight. The tissue can get tight, and then it kind of draws other parts of the area with it. Go web. Okay, let's go to the other side, and that's it. Then we'll do our recheck. So perpendicular to the edge of the mat. Perpendicular. And look at that bone. Look at this bone. Look at this bone. I know you want me just to hold it, don't you? I know. Keep biting. You'll get there. She's like letting her lips stay on it. See? So, what is that? That's not biting. We want it to get wet. Try to soften it. Have you seen any change in that bone in the last year? Never. It's a very sturdy bone. What if you break this off? What if you chew the end? What if you chew the end? I'm trying to help you. All right, keep swaying side to side. And let's switch it. So turn the balls parallel and lay on top. Oh yeah, woo, hello. This one's feeling a lot more sensation. And adding that sway again. You can go up and down, whatever you need. Oh, interesting. I am feeling something in my knee. Yeah. Because the IT band goes all the way to that side of the knee. So it might, definitely something going on here. So I have a like piriformis syndrome on my left side, so that's part of it. I know, Kelly. Okay, now we just pin and stay and just hang out. I know you want to fight this bone. Keep trying. It's not like a very easy to chew bone. It's good for your teeth. Okay, let's do our recheck. So, sitting from your heels, again, you can have your feet tucked, your toes tucked if you like. And then we're gonna just start to press into the feet and shins, lift off into your hip extension. So your hips are in this lovely extension. Here we go, start to squeeze. You can take your hands there if you want to feel it and notice if it feels like there's more depth. There's more full engagement of the whole area. So sometimes that's what will happen. You just brought blood flow, fresh blood flow. So you can go back a little more. Woo, woo. Keep pushing those hips with your lower glutes. The folds here. Hold for 4. Go back 3, 2, and 1. Did we go further? I did. I felt it. Yep. There we go. That's a good recheck. All right. So thank you so much for doing this quick rollout for your glutes.